Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast.
You
We
already
we are here, Ryan. We are here at All Stars 8, the end of Series 2. We have done it somehow. We have gotten through our Survivor drought. This is the last thing before we start tackling real Survivor.
it's a little surreal because especially this one, since we've done like multiple videos per day and we've been catching up to get ready for season 41. It's like so amazing that we made it this far, and especially like with this fast pace, it's like, oh wow, this is happening, and all these stories and stuff. I'm excited. Season oh, hit my tripod. Season 8 was definitely fast paced. It had some crazy moves, some heartbreak, some like great gameplay, some tragic falls from grace, some redemption arcs. Like, it had a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard season just in general, just fast paced. And I mean, it just makes sense. Every season was basically an all-star season in our Brantsteele, so everyone really came in and brought us.
Except for Catherine Newton. She just that one was brutal. I still think about that.
Yeah, two eliminations back to back in being the third outs.
I know.
One by rocks.
Like I said, it haunts me to this day.
Yeah.
But alas, yeah,
she's still a legend. She's still a legend, though.
Still a legend, but let's get off that subject before Ryan cries. Anywho, so yeah, these are the people that have proved themselves, shown themselves to be super awesome in season 8. And like we were talking about just before we started recording, it's a stacked cast. Like, this one is going to probably be the most emotional because there's not really anyone here that's dead weight. Everyone has like earned it in some capacity. And there are a lot of people that are just straight up lovable. That's on both of our tribes.
Yeah, they're either just great characters or they had a great performance in a previous season that was like, oh my gosh, this is great.
Yeah, I have zero fodder on my team.
Yeah. Same goes for me. It's really I just can't. There's no way our pre-merge is going to be gentle. It's going to be hard. It's
going to be very, very hard. So let's introduce these peeps. So first up, we got Adam Driver, who was in our very first Celebrity Survivor, came back for Last Chance, didn't really do too hot, and then he finally came back for Celebrity All Stars, and he just let his crazy side out. The Adam that he is in Girls, the Adam that was in what was it? This like recent Amazon movie he was in, where basically his daughter was a puppet. Very, very abstract piece, but his inner craziness came out, and I wonder if he's going to bring this energy this time around. It cost him the game because did he come in second or third? Either way, he made it to the end.
Yeah, he just didn't get the respect of the jury because of how crazy he was. I think he was third.
Yeah. Jury votes matter, and alas, he didn't make it, but he did make it to All Stars 8.
Yep. I have nothing else to say. You pretty much said everything I was going to say about Adam. He's been on the channel before, yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up, we have someone that's definitely been on this, channel a lot. We got Amanda Kimmel. I know, Ryan's choosing her this time, not Joe.
She was on my list. She was literally one of the next people I was going to pick, and you snatched her up.
I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah. I should have picked Catherine Newton just for the lulz.
You couldn't this time. But yeah, Amanda was someone who she was gone for a while, and then she came back this time around, and yeah, I felt like she was worthy to come back and be in All Stars 8. Give her another go around.
Yeah, one of the plastics
Yeah.
with Regina and Johnny Fairplay. Definitely a very dominating alliance there. Even though, they don't win in the end, they were still very dominating.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Super tough. Yeah, and I felt like Amanda was just one of the people, kind of like, yeah, she has won one, but like now she's playing again without Parvati, but she also has like Regina again, and like she
Mm,
knows these like mean girls or plastic alliances and how they operate.
mhm.
I wonder, it begs the question if this time around it'll be her benefit.
Yeah, I mean, it's every time that she's teamed up with, a mean girl like that, she gets pretty far.
Yeah,
She ends up, utilizing it pretty well. So I don't know. I think that could be a pretty good strategy for her.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Next up, we got Brad Culpepper. Now, he, he was from All Star 7, and he wasn't really in any of our like All Star like season 8 stuff, right?
No,
To
I
my
don't
rec.
believe.
No,
I
wait,
don't.
was he? No,
I don't think so.
no, because he wasn't in duos.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one I could see him in.
Mhm.
But yeah, Brad, he, I always want him to do good on these. He he has made it far before, but he's one of the people that hasn't won. And in All Star 7, he was a great contestant in that. And so I'm hoping that he might do better this time around. Will he win? I
Yeah.
don't know. Like the cast, man, this
Hard.
cast is just too.
Yeah, yeah, comparatively, like it's just too stacked. I think his best case scenario is like a mid-merge kind of run. I think that's his kind of golden area in terms of how far he can make it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, next up, we got someone that was introduced in Fantasy Island 2. And she's been kind of been one of our more popular people who's been making like deep runs and stuff. We got Chambers from Army of the Dead, and since it's spooky season, if you guys haven't seen that already, go ahead and watch it. And Chambers is one of the best characters in that, has one of the best fight scenes in it.
Mhm.
And in our Brantsteele, she always plays it like close to the chest. She doesn't really befriend anyone. She's all about getting there and with little ties as possible. And
Yeah,
she's very, very practical, and she's made it far both
yeah,
times. It's just, she hasn't won yet. Could this
yeah.
be one? We'll see.
Yeah, it's crazy how far she keeps making it, even though she almost is like telling her tribe, like, shut up and, just ignore me or what. Like she's like almost antisocial in a way in a
Yeah.
social game, yet she
But
makes
it
it far.
works. It
I don't
works
know
for her
how.
though.
I don't know how.
Plot armor?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. But I don't know, like as we saw in Last Chance, plot armor can't save everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes plot armor, or plot bullets, I should say, could really screw someone over. Like our next character, Ira Schlossberg, or Mark Schlossberg. Yeah, in Last Chance, he was playing a very dominant game. He was starting to like win a lot of the challenges, and he was starting to show more of his like evil or like catty and like mean girl side.
Mhm.
And he was unfortunately stopped because of the one vote where, oh, it's the people that are voted off get to vote someone off that's in the game. And Ira kind of drew the short stick on that one. So that elimination, it always just it's part of the fun of it, but it also sucks when it's someone really good. And
Mhm.
so he's back to get another shot at this and potentially win.
Yeah, exactly. I'm interested to see if he's going to try to do something similar to the last game where he tries to be good at the beginning and then has the turn later in the game, or if he's already had that turn and he wants to be shaking things up at the beginning of this.
I don't know, like because he has Regina right there, who is like, the queen bee and stuff, who is like the mean girl. And so Ira, like knowing kind of like how this like structure works, how like the mean girl works, he can easily, well, I mean, everyone knows his like game, but maybe like, he comes into it and be like, yeah, that was just something I did for that one game. But I feel like, no, it's still there. He might try and
Yeah.
be the, Caddy Harris for Regina for a while, and then blindside, and then take over.
Yeah, because I think he's definitely gonna have to bring it out because he only had like 2 or 3 tribals where he was starting to kind of build towards that. So I want to see more of that. I want to
More
see it.
Ira. More
Yeah.
Ira.
Yep.
All right. Next up, the winner of Survivor Duos, we got Laura Moret. Well, Laura's been on our channel quite a few times, and she's made some good runs those times. But yeah, Laura won out in duos, and I felt like, yeah, she's paid her dues. She definitely deserves to be on an All-Star season. Well, I mean, she's already been on one. She was in All-Stars 4, because she did well. She does well. And so I feel like that's the reason why she's here. She's always done well when we've brought her, or at the very least, she does better than Sierra. Because usually they're together.
Sierra just had never got a chance to play this Brantsteele game.
Nope. But Laura, kills it. So, she has to be on the season.
Nice. Don't have much else to say. I think we both also agreed before we started that she's probably one of the weakest links out of your tribe. Like if someone had to go early, like Laura might be the one that was like, okay, I guess we can deal with it.
Like, I wouldn't be excited if she won again. Like, I mean, like, I like Laura as contestant and stuff, but is she like in my all-time top 10? No. But like, I think because we got so many greats on here, obviously if you put Laura up against these guys, she's gonna, pale in comparison.
Up against like a Regina George and a Parvati.
Yeah. But I mean, she's still high up there when it comes to, being a good contestant on here. All right. Next up, we got the almost forgotten one, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Who
shouldn't have been almost forgotten.
Exactly. I was so surprised that Joe didn't pick him, and I was like, no, Malcolm has to come.
I 100% would have made a change to my list afterwards if I noticed because he needed to be here.
He came so close to winning, so close,
and he was playing a great game too. If he makes it to the end, he could really win that.
Exactly. But sometimes this stuff happens. But maybe since he's made that mark in the tree, maybe he can finally climb all the way into the top and finally win one of our Brantsteeles, because he's been on, not maybe too much, but he's been on enough where it's like, come on, Malcolm, we need you.
And I think he's probably not mad at me. Like, he probably wants to revenge on my tribe because I forgot about him. So now he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna wish that you picked me now. So he's just gonna start winning every challenge.
Exactly. You put it out there, and now he's going to take it.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got Mike Guy, someone who was on Fantasy Island 1 and was eliminated just before the merge, but he was able to come back for Survivor Duos, and he did a really, really great job. They get all the way to the end, but the votes weren't with him, unfortunately.
He got 0 votes. Like, he's another one of those people who just gets the end, gets 0 votes that should not have gotten 0 votes.
So he's back. I mean, at the very least, it redeemed him from Fantasy Island 1. It gave him more of a chance to shine, and it gave him a spot in All-Stars 8.
I can see him and Adam Driver working together and being like, hey, we both got to the end. We both didn't get the respected jury. Let's both get to the end together.
I can see that. That'd be a very interesting dynamic if I could see these two interact in real life. All right. Next up, you know her, you love her, you love to hate her, any of those things. We have Regina George. She's just amazing. She's one of the best contestants we've ever had on our Brantsteeles, and especially since this was going to be our last Brantsteele for a while, we have to have like Regina on here, who's been just amazing.
Yeah, I think we also have to say that there's the big rivalry of the season, the probably big storyline revolving around Regina versus Parvati Shallow. They're going head to head here. First time that's ever happened. Which it feels like crazy. Like it almost seems like they should have faced each other, but Parvati just never kind of came back until recently. So
well, I mean, in a way, Regina is kind of like they have like a similar story in a sense. Because they both were, on the first season of the series that they were in, respectively. They're both 2 times winners.
Yeah. They both won that first one that they were in.
Exactly.
And they keep making it to the end very consistently.
Or at least make it to a deep run. Regina was it All-Star 6 where it was like Australian Survivor?
Yeah, and she was the first jury member there, but it was also, Australian Survivor jury member happens a long time into it.
Yeah. Even then, that's her worst game. And Parvati on our channel has something similar in that regard too. When it was Survivor duos, right? She was in.
Yeah.
And where, she was an early jury member because of eliminating. Yeah. So they have so many parallels, and it's that's what makes this season a little bit different for Regina and Parvati, because Parvati is facing another 2-time winner.
Yeah, we could have a 3-time winner
potentially. I mean, the odds are 1 in 10 for that happening.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're both people that have been known to make deep runs into this game.
Yeah.
So the odds are, they're palpable. They're palpable.
Yeah, I should say there are a lot of winners here. There's another chance of just in general a 2-time winner or another winner winning again. There's still quite a few.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into some of the winners, we got Sean, or I believe she goes by Shan, because when I was watching the trailer and stuff that came out, it just said Shan, not Chantel.
Oh, interesting.
So we got Chantel, who was in our season 41 prediction Brantsteele, and she came back for Last Chance, and she played an awesome game, made it super, super far, and just fell a few short from making it to the finale.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her play. And yeah.
Yeah, she did jump up a bit when I started seeing everyone's kind of all the videos and stuff that Survivor's been releasing regarding the cast and everything. I still want to put her as my winner pick for season 41, but I think she's going to make a deep run.
We'll definitely discuss this in our prediction video, but so stay tuned for that. Or if it's out before this, what we talked about.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, before we get into the season 41 stuff, she's someone where she is very prominent, I feel, in some of the promotional stuff. And I've been liking a lot of the things I've been seeing with her. So I am rooting for her for this. Like I said, it's hard to choose someone to root for because there are so many great people here. Same with your tribe. It's gonna be tricky.
Yeah. Speaking of my tribe, let's just get into it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, starting off here with Anya Taylor Joy, someone who actually put her chance of being in All-Stars 8 on the line by being in Last Chance, and having yet another stellar game. She's someone who just always seems to be able to make it to kind of that end game kind of stretch, but hasn't been able to navigate that end game stretch as well as some of our the greats who are able to get the wins. But I mean, she's one of my favorites that I've been bringing on here. So when I'll bring her for the big one.
Oh yeah, Anya definitely deserves it. Very, very solid run for when she's been on. Well, except for one time, but
yeah,
everyone has that one.
Yeah. You can overlook it. It's
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got one of our most dominant players we've ever had on our Brantsteele. If there's the Mount Rushmore, you got Parvati and Regina as probably number 1 and 2. You can kind of interchange whoever you think, and then number 3 is probably Braun. Like
Yeah,
that's he's got to that third spot now. And yeah, he's got every asset of the game that you need. He's got physical strength, he's got social, he's got strategic. He's he's the perfect package.
he's too powerful. He always
Yeah.
makes it. And it's always not necessarily a safe bet because obviously he always won. He's only won once, but Braun, like I said, he's like you said, he's on that Mount Rushmore. He's an icon on our channel. So he's I don't expect him to go home too soon. I expect him to, really bring it this time.
Exactly. So we'll see how Braun Strowman can do if he can make it far again. Okay, next up we got Danny Boatswright, one of the greats, one of the goats. And Ryan it seems like he's hissing at Danny. Danny. I mean, what else can I say about Danny other than she's the best?
She does well on her channel. She does well on her channel. I will give her the credit of that. She does well on her channel. She could have potentially won one time, but she kind of blew it. Yes, I brought her back, but I recognize her game. However, it's funny. I read an article and I was half tempted to send this to you, but it was ranking all 20 players' games in Winter at War.
Yeah.
And on the very bottom of this list.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't count Winners at War against her. She was coming into that season first off already at a huge disadvantage, and she doesn't play a great game, but
actually no, because if you think about it, she could have definitely stayed under the radar. Yeah, she was an old schooler, but she could have stayed on the radar and would have had someone like Rob or Ethan go ahead of her. But no, she did not.
No,
because of her.
I mean, she was also one of the first people who was like, "Hey, we should get rid of Rob." Like that's I think everyone's immediate instinct was Boston Rob's probably gonna be one of the first ones to go home. And she was the only one who on that tribe that thought of that, and she gets in trouble because of that.
Everyone was targeting. Everyone was afraid to target Rob because of his reputation.
Yeah,
because that felt like too easy of a vote. And I'm pretty sure his name was tossed around a lot. It was just like
I don't think it was that was too easy. I think it was just that people were scared of Boston Rob, and Danny was the only one that wasn't scared of Boston Rob.
Not too easy as in like, oh, we can get a Rob at any time, but not too easy as in like this feels like a trap, like he's gonna, barf up Idol out of nowhere first tribal, and then
when I say Danny's the great, I don't counter Winners at War. Like it's the same as if you look at someone's great game but they go home pre-merge somewhere like Suri. Like if you say her best game was Heroes versus Villains, you're like, what are you talking about? She goes out super early there. But like I'm talking specifically her Guatemala game because that's where I actually look at.
I just can't. It's just that everyone didn't like Stephanie enough where Danny just got the votes.
Every time that we've ever brought Danny on, we end up having a really long conversation about her game. That's not even Brantsteele related. It's just we're just talking the same circles over and over.
I know. So let's stop the circle for a little bit and talk about the different Danny. The better Danny.
I brought two Dannys onto my tribe. Let's see if they team up. We got Danny Mcrae, someone who's been very dominant as well on our channel, winning immunities, making it very deep. In Survivor, the 41 simulation, he wasn't available to get voted off until day 37.
Which is like bonkers to think about. he just became a legend in just that prediction video. He's one of the reasons why that video was so great, in my opinion. Other than like the craziness that happens with the one tribe. And that
I mean, there was a lot that went in that season that I think was just like gold.
Yeah. And I'd say Danny's like immunity streak just was like the most prominent thing for me. Like when I look back and remember, that's one of the things I remember most. So yeah, I feel like Danny is always a great. Mcrae is always a good point, a good character to bring back.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy winning 7 immunities in a row, winning every pre-merge immunity. Like that's just that doesn't happen.
Yeah, except in Brantsteele simulations.
Exactly. Okay. Next up, we got someone I'm rooting for really heavily in this season. I've seen some comments people are rooting for him as well. We got Double Lift. Another very strong player. Is able to make it to the end. He's finally got that kind of facet to his game. He just now needs to, make it to the end with the right people and make sure that he's got the votes this time.
I mean, it's possible. He is a very, very stat competitor. He's good at finding idols. He can win a challenge or two, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he like I said, he shows a lot of promise. And on a stat cast like this, he could be someone that does pull through. It's just sometimes it's craziness, sometimes it's idols. But Double Lift usually is good about navigating that stuff. But we'll see.
I think his key is if he can make it to the end game, being able to navigate that end game. I think that's the key to his success is being able to make sure he's with 2 people who he can beat.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we got Jenna Fisher, someone who has become quite a huge success on our channel, being a winner now. And just every time we can, we just like to sing the praises of Jenna Fisher, especially after that one Fans vs. Favorites where she was in our alliance and we all just went out in one go.
It all went to shit when she was eliminated.
Exactly. She's back here again. We'll see if she can make another deep run.
I mean, especially when you win an all-star season, you get a lot of mad respect because it's an all-star season. Now, granted, yes, we bring people back from other, depending on what the theme is. However, for an all-star, the stakes are always higher, and these are the best of the best from that run. So when we were doing our celebrity simulator for all stars, and a lot of our best players on that Mount Rushmore we're talking about, well, maybe not Mount Rushmore, but list of some of our best contestants are celebrities. We got Braun right there. I mean, you introduced 3 already. So to stand above that in an all-star season says a lot. And so I think her coming in with this energy could have put a target on her, maybe, but we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'd probably say I wouldn't want her to win this season, but I want her to at least make the merge. It's another case where it's she got her win. I think that's good. This is now her kind of just coming back to be coming back as a winner. And it's just kind of okay, I did it. So let's just do one last go and see what happens.
So we will see what happens.
Okay, next up we got the male plastic from Survivor Rivals. We got Johnny Fairflay, someone who's no stranger to our Brantsteele as well. Been on quite a bit, winner of himself, and he won 6 immunities that season that he won, so he can win immunities. I don't know if it was just the cast wasn't as strong or what, but it was
a bunch of players that only played once. Who only played once and were first boots, so it does kind of work in his favor for someone that wasn't originally a first boot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Fairflay, he does his own podcast as well, and he's very familiar with the game. So like, I mean, there's a reason why he usually does well. It's because he's very knowledgeable about the game in general.
Exactly. I mean, he was able to make the family visits a strategic play by by doing the dead grandma. I mean, that's no one in Old School Survivor was thinking about that at the
Nope.
time.
Nope. No Old School Survivor had the balls to do something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not even that was just it is something where, something like that, especially back when Survivor was very sentimental and not as much strategic.
Yeah.
That's something that, like if Johnny Fairplay made it to the end, he probably wouldn't have won because of a move like that.
Yeah.
Granted, he didn't like tell them. However, like, that if that came up, that might have bit him in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Lil really could have won that season. Like, if she votes out Sandra instead of Johnny, like, Lil probably wins because they're not going to respect Johnny's game.
No, it's funny. It's one of those like things where it's one of those like big events within Survivor's like story where like Marvel right now has What If. Like there is like a huge like thing of like, because would Sandra go to Heroes versus Villains if she didn't win that season, etc. And then as a result, like who wins that season, who would have been in her spot, all these crazy like things. So yeah, that was a very important hiccup for Lily that just kind of like made all of this.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's Johnny Fairplay. We'll see if he can maybe reconnect with the plastics on the other tribe.
All right.
Okay, next up we got one of the greats again, someone who had never been voted out until Survivor Duos, where she makes her return and makes it to the merge and just is immediately targeted because it's Poverty Shallow. I mean, that was it. Just seemed like everyone was just like, well, we can't let this happen again.
Yeah, I mean, she had a hell of a run. It was impressive, and I mean, even then, still, the fact she wasn't voted out first after everything, still pretty good.
Yeah, and even on Redemption Island, she ends up, making a little run there, winning a few challenges to keep herself in the game slightly longer. So there's that, but yeah, I mean, this is a revenge story, I think, on Parvati to Regina. I think now she's got to come back with even more vengeance, and she's going to. I think she has more drive now than she has in any of her seasons.
Yeah, especially since Regina stole her number one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'll be honest, like I actually think Regina is the better player between the two. Because Regina is able to actively navigate the game, whereas Parvati creates a social bond with someone who has power and kind of lets them control the early stages of the game, takes them out somewhere in the mid-merge, and then is kind of coasts her way to the end. Whereas Regina really does just like, she wants to own the tribe. She wants to have every asset go her way.
Yeah, and I mean, it worked. Both strategies are very effective.
Yeah.
It is definitely something where this rivalry that has been brought up, it's going to play out interesting since that's part of the theme of this All Stars. It's her versus but they're both hers. It's Regina versus Parvati. So yeah. This is kind of like one of the bigger story arcs that's going to happen in here. Watch both of them get out.
If they go out without meeting each other, I'm going to be so furious.
I know, it's similar to like Game of Thrones, where I always wanted Joffrey and who's the other one? Damn it, Ramsay Bolton to like meet in Game of Thrones because they're both twisted individuals. But I'd say that's one of the biggest disappointments of that show, that those two never met. This might be a similar one where those two never get to like play with each other if that happens, but we'll see.
We'll see. Hopefully they can get to the merge together, because I'd like to see them duke it out at the merge.
I want this showdown. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's two legends.
Yeah. If one of them has to go out as a merge boot, I'm fine with it. I just want to see this. I just want to see the two of them have to go head to head.
Precisely.
Okay. Next up, we got probably one of the biggest surprises from our celebrity season. Someone who, I want to bring her back because she had only played that one time in Podcasters, and we didn't really have a lot of podcast representation on that yet. So I was like, I'll bring back Shannon. And I mean, she killed it. She was finding idols, playing them correctly, winning immunities. Like she was doing what she could to make it deep in the game. Just ended up not being enough, but it was still a very impressive showing.
Oh yeah, definitely. She was also on my list in case, because you guys saw the video. It was pretty stacked. We had like backups for our backups. It was definitely one of the ones where she played a pretty dominant game. It's just, when you're going up against some of the others, these things tend to happen, and Jenna just pulled through just a bit more.
Exactly. So we'll see if she can kind of get the win this time.
We shall see.
And lastly, we got Ted Lasso from Last Chance 2, where he played the most Ted Lasso game I think we've ever could see in Survivor, where he just got his entire tribe just to have complete harmony.
I know it. Not only that, but bringing so many of the contestants, to the merge too. Like, Ted just did so well with that. He made it far, but he's someone where he didn't really get to shine in dang it, Fantasy Island 2.
Yeah.
But once he came back for this one, that's where we really got to see his gameplay shine through. And I'm glad he did so well in Last Chance, and I'm glad he's back here again.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is a crazy cast. This is going to be difficult for a lot.
Yeah. I just there's no I think like there's no one who I'm just like that person's going to do really great or any of that kind of stuff. Like I just think I think anyone can go at any time because there's just too much talent here. Like there's just something's got to give.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Who are your favorite two on your tribe?
My favorite two. Yeah, it's hard to choose two because I'm going to give it. I'm going to put Regina kind of on the side. I love her, but I'm going to give love to people that haven't won. One of them is Adam Driver, and the other one is Mike Guy. These two guys, I like both their game style. And I would love for either one of them to win. But
I hope they become a duo. Like honestly, I really want them to team up together because I think that would be so fun. We also have to remember this is the first time Mike Guy is playing without Forky. Even though Forky went out very early in the time that they played in duos, Mike Guy now has to play with the honor of Forky.
Exactly. He has to win for Forky.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, on your tribe, obviously Regina's a top contender always. If she can make it far, I think it's just a great season. Like every season she's made it far. Like I think it's a great season. But if we're not doing that, I mean, I'd probably be rooting for Amanda and Malcolm. I think those are top two for me on your tribe.
I'd say those are very solid choices. Yeah.
And what about my tribe? Do you have any top two?
I would have to say that my top two, I have to give honorable mention to Danny Mcrae just because, you know, such a legend on our channel, and he hasn't won yet.
Mhm.
But, you know, I have to say, Anya, I feel like, you know, if Parvati and Regina are kind of like parallels, Anya is kind of a parallel of Catherine Newton. Yeah, brings her own flair. Like Anya has like her own flair, her own
Yeah.
like style. And obviously Anya hasn't won yet. But, you know, it's also one where this is the fourth one in the series, and that's when Catherine Newton won hers. So it could be Anya's time. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
the next one, Ted Lasso, because
Ted Lasso.
Just love him. Just love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Every Friday. Actually, I've been watching it Thursdays at 9 p.m. because it drops Eastern time. So you can
Oh
watch it
wait,
on.
it does?
Yeah, so
Shit.
you can watch it Thursday at 9 if you want.
Well, Ryan needs to do that now.
Yeah. I realized that after like a week or two into it, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'll watch it
Why not?
at 9. Yeah.
The TV's free.
Yeah. I got like a notification from Apple being like Ted Lasso came out. I was like, what?
Like I was
Um,
busy last Friday and I didn't really have the time because I had to be on set, and so I had to wait until like Saturday. So like that's
yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah. I like it coming out around that time because you know usually there's not too much going on, or you can watch it right before you go to sleep or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I guess I mean, yeah, I'd probably be rooting for Anya and Double Lifts. I think those are my top two.
Solid choices.
Yeah,
Solid choices.
yeah. So
All right.
here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what alliances look like. Our first alliance is Adam Driver, Brad Culpepper, Mike Guy, Laura Moret, and Chantel Smith. And we
Nice.
got
So,
Mike Guy and Adam Driver.
yep, they're in it. It's always tricky because, you know, these like early alliances don't always last, but you can see like a really good connection or two come out of it. Maybe
Yeah,
I
I
know
mean, Mike Guy, Laura, and Chantel are all at 8s.
yeah, they're like in it to win it. Brad is just like,
He probably just
Adam,
doesn't
you
want to
know,
be a part of this other alliance.
maybe. And then, you know, Adam is just like, you know, he might go nuts. It just depends on like, you know, the
Yeah.
tribal chemistry.
He thinks this is a good alliance, but you know, he thinks it could get he thinks it could be better.
Exactly.
And then the other alliance is Amanda Kimmel, Chambers, Ira, and Regina.
So we see the connection of Amanda and Regina, and then like we said, Ira just kind of like creeps on in.
Yeah. But
And then
Chambers is here.
Out of 5, so I'm not sure how likely she is to stick to that.
I could see Regina kicking her as soon as possible. Like I really could see her just being like, "Hey, we don't need Chambers anymore. Let's just get rid of her."
Regina knows that Chambers is a threat, so I could see her turning. But you know, with this alliance of 5, that might not be smart.
Yeah. So who's the one on the outs?
I believe it's let's see. Is it Shan? It's Shan.
Shan?
Chantel.
Oh yeah, Chantel, yeah. Oh no, Chantel's right here.
Oh shit. All right. Then it's a guy.
Yeah.
It's one of the guys. Damn it.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Malcolm. So he's on the outs, so that can either be good because he can now just choose an alliance to join, or they might just target him.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. And now the first alliance here, we got Danny Boatswright, Johnny Fairflay, Braun Strowman, and Shannon Gates.
I expected better from you 3.
They know that Danny is a strong alliance, and also Johnny and Shannon are at 9s.
Yeah, they're all in it. Those 5s, I don't trust the 5s.
Yeah, Braun Strowman, Danny. I think they might switch if it gets too difficult for them to stay together.
Probably.
And the other alliance is Anya Taylor Joy, Danny Mcrae, Jenna Fisher, and Ted Lasso.
Okay.
So Double Lift is on the outs. And someone else.
It's a girl is on the outs. Though Parvati.
Oh, Parvati. Oh
I don't think
wow.
they're necessarily on the outs. They're more so swings than anything, because if you
Yeah.
got like a 4-4,
Yeah. It's
these
just
two
it's
people on the outs are like the people that, the two alliances try and bring in.
yeah, well, I get this for double lift because this happens a lot where he doesn't have that first day alliance. But Parvati always has a very early alliance that she kind of has for the whole game.
Maybe she's
So
heard about Amanda.
yeah, I don't know. This could be bad.
Good.
Okay, a reward challenge. Go to tribe wins reward. They win flint and 20 pounds of beans.
Oh no.
And the go to tribe wins immunity. Okay, yeah, get your emotional support animal.
Come on, Kato.
Manda Kimmel has found the idol,
Nice.
and Ira isolates himself from the rest of the tribe.
Does that mean he's going home though?
No one wants to align with him.
But he had a thingy.
He had a thingy.
He had a thingy with Amanda and Regina.
And Double Lift has found the idol.
All right, nice.
And this is now a medium strength line. So Johnny, Fairflay, and Shannon have lost their nines.
Yeah, I feel like they were like, wait. They thought, oh, what happened was when Braun and when Braun came to Johnny and Shannon about like an alliance, Braun said that, oh, Danny's in it. And then they were thinking Mcrae. And then they realized it was Danny Boatswright, and then they were like,
oh, wait a second.
hey.
This is what happens when you have two Dannys on a tribe. There's a lot of miscommunication. Okay. So you're a target, probably.
I mean, he's isolated.
Yeah.
It could be Malcolm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say any of
Malcolm's name out there.
Okay, I'll side with you just because I
don't want to see Ira go.
Okay. Amanda plays the idol. Episode 1 try idol. First vote goes to Amanda, does not count. Second vote goes to Amanda, does not count. Third vote goes to Amanda, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Amanda, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Amanda, does not count.
That was that alliance.
Sixth vote goes to Laura.
Oh shit.
Seventh vote goes to Laura. Laura Moret is idled out on episode 1.
Damn.
Wow. So let's see who this new majority alliance is. We got Amanda, Chambers, Ira, Malcolm, and Regina.
Yep. Yeah. So that idol came in clutch, and good for Amanda, good for the Plastic Alliance 2.0.
Yeah. Are you happy that you're part of the Plastic Alliance?
Of course, this is exactly what Ira Mark wants.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, you're not in the Plastic Alliance. You've been kicked out.
I didn't even get like a little animation or anything.
They just kicked you out. You isolated yourself, and they were like, we can't have someone who's on there like that, in our alliance. That would hurt our image.
I voted.
Okay, immunity. And the Go to tribe wins immunity. They receive fishing gear for rewards.
Well, good for them.
And Amanda found the idol.
Well, good for her.
He is playing a very strong early game.
Yeah.
And Guy and Chantel have a minor fight.
Right before tribal.
And Ted and Parvati bond slightly.
All right.
So it might be Guy or Chantel.
Possibly. I mean, both of them were kind of like, if Ira may not be aligned with the Plastics, but he could still be like an ally, because Malcolm jumped on that bandwagon too.
Yeah,
So
true.
it could be the fact that, Guy and Chantel are trying to find someone to be kind of like, throw each other under the bus.
Mhm. Yeah, and Amanda has an idol. Things aren't going her way. She might just have to play it again and idle someone else out.
I don't know. If she's on the right side of the votes, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah,
You might flip. If you flip, then they might lose the votes.
maybe. We'll see.
She does not play the idol. First vote goes to Amanda. Second vote goes to Amanda. Third vote goes to Brad Culpepper. Fourth vote goes to Amanda. Fifth vote goes to Brad. Sixth vote goes to Brad. Seventh vote goes to Amanda. Eighth vote goes to Brad. One vote left.
No!
And it's Amanda! What?
Oh no!
This is what I told you. She should have played the freaking idol.
I didn't think she would. No.
Wow.
Was it Ira?
Had to have been. Had to have been. No.
So it was Malcolm.
Malcolm, yeah. So Chantel, Guy, Malcolm, Brad, and Adam voted for Amanda.
Oh shit. That's not good.
Wow. That is crazy.
Well, damn.
Wow. I really was not expecting that.
Nor was I.
Ah.
With an idol too.
That's what's so annoying about it. Ah. Okay, well, the Plastic Alliance has been dwindled very quickly.
Yeah.
It's now just Chambers and
And then I'm
Regina.
like, you guys need a third?
Can I join your alliance again? Immunity. And the Bacall tribe wins immunity. They receive chairs, pillows, a blanket, a tarp, and rope for reward.
We get a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
And Ira found the idol. It's all looking up for Ira.
He's snooping around and stuff, and then he just stumbles upon it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And this alliance dissolves between Danny, Johnny, Braun, and Shannon.
They were like, it was like, we're about to go to tribal. Do we really want Danny? This Danny?
Is Danny going to get voted off here?
I feel like it's her time. It's her time.
I don't want it to be. I'm gonna say Shannon. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Shannon.
Her time.
Double does not play the idol. First vote goes to Anya.
No.
Second vote goes to Anya.
I said no.
Third vote goes to Anya. Fourth vote goes to Anya.
I said no.
Fifth vote goes to Johnny.
Oh, I don't want that either.
Sixth vote goes to Johnny.
I mean, if it's the
Seventh vote goes to Johnny.
I'd rather it be Johnny Fairflay.
Eighth vote goes to Johnny. Ninth vote goes to Johnny. One vote left. And Johnny Fairplay. The plastics have been dismantled. They're not being allowed to play this game.
No. I think what happened is like Parv is just like, listen, these guys, like everyone knows.
She voted for Anya.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The people who
I
voted
should
for
really wait for this before I decide to
create the narrative. Yeah. Anya voted for Johnny. Danny voted for Johnny. The other Danny voted for Johnny. Double Lip voted for Johnny. Jenna voted for Johnny. And Ted voted for Johnny.
Yeah, I feel like they're just severing the ties between Regina and Parvati because Parvati was also in an alliance with Amanda, and so like now they don't really have too many ties left that they were super close with.
Yeah, these two powerhouses are getting weakened right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of wanted Anya to go there because then it would have been that parallel between Anya and Catherine Newton again of going out third, being the third out. No. It would have been a messed up tie, but it would have been funny. Reward challenge. And the Call
Yay!
Tribe wins reward. They win a visit by a local bushman. And does that help them win immunity? It
should.
does. They win immunity.
All right, we're evening it up.
Yep. The behavior of Brad is becoming appreciated around camp.
Nice.
And Jenna and Danny bond a lot.
All right. I gotta say, Danny Boatswright.
I don't know. She was in the numbers that last time.
Numbers can change.
Or at least you want them to change.
Out of the people that are there, who would you prefer out of everyone?
I mean, I guess Shannon. I think I have the least ties to her as a person, so I guess I'd say Shannon.
Okay. That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
However, Danny must go.
Okay. Ha! First vote goes to Danny. Second vote goes to Jenna. Third vote goes to Danny. Fourth vote goes to Jenna. Fifth vote goes to Danny. Sixth vote goes to Jenna. Seventh vote goes to Jenna. Eighth vote goes to Danny. One vote left. And Jenna! Oh, Danny Boatswright staying in the game slightly longer.
Damn you!
Oh, that's great. Braun is apparently Shamar. I forgot to change that. So Braun voted for Jenna, Danny voted for Jenna, Double Lift voted for Jenna, Party voted for Jenna, Shannon voted for Jenna.
Damn you, Danny Boatswright.
Yeah. Anya, Danny, and Ted are kind of on the outs now. You can see that changes. But Danny Boatswright somehow is still in this game.
Plot armor.
She has to make the merge. God damn it!
All right, no, my team has to win immunity to.
Oh my gosh, how are you guys winning all these immunities now?
Sheer willpower.
It's like you're just like, Danny has to go home. We cannot lose an immunity until Danny goes home.
Exactly.
And the behavior of Malcolm is rubbing the tribe the wrong way. Okay, and that alliance is all between Anya, Danny, and Ted.
So no alliances.
There's no alliance. Yep. This is voting blocks at its finest.
Danny. I have to say Danny Boatswright.
I'm still gonna say Shannon. We're just choosing the people who we probably would want to kick off the most.
I mean, I don't want to say a name and it be them.
Yeah, when it's just they're not giving us a lot of like it's going to be this person. Yeah,
that's fair.
Okay, first vote goes to Shannon. Second vote goes to Danny.
One of those going to be right.
Third vote goes to Shannon. Fourth vote goes to Danny. Fifth vote goes to Shannon. Sixth vote goes to Danny.
Is it?
Seventh vote goes to Danny. And Danny Boatswright is voted. No.
Yes.
Whatever. She was a great pre-merge villain.
Yes. Goodbye.
Okay, so Braun, Danny, and Ted are on the outs there. So Anya, Danny, the Danny Mcrae, Double Lift, Parvati, and Shannon voted right.
All right. Well.
Okay, well, we got to win an immunity to even it up again.
No, we can just estimate, yeah.
I think we should keep it nice and even.
But
yeah, you guys win reward. They win steak, sausages, vegetables, condiments, and wine.
All right. Will that fuel us for victory? Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're getting destroyed. Chambers and Brad Bondalots.
Nice.
Ted and Anya have a minor fights.
Oh no.
I think it might be one of those two.
I don't want either.
I think it's
Can we-
Ted. He's been kind of on the outs.
Wait, if we kind of everyone's on the outs, no one's in an alliance.
Yeah, but he hasn't voted correctly at this entire game.
It does seem like a lot of the time that or like for most of the councils we've had, except for the one where not Dan, who was before Danny, when Jenna Fisher went, usually the person that's been kind of like the runner up or the other one on the ballot is the one that tends to go home. So it could actually be Shannon in the next one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer that over Ted or Anya.
I think it might be Shannon.
Yeah. No, does not play the idol. First vote goes to Anya. Second vote goes to Braun.
Oh no.
Third vote goes to Braun. Fourth vote goes to Anya. Fifth vote goes to Anya. Sixth vote goes to Braun.
No way.
Employer leaving is Braun Strowman.
What?
Wow, they targeted him before we hit the merge, so he couldn't start winning immunities and going crazy.
That's insane.
Wow. So yeah, Shannon, double lifts, Danny Mcrae, and Anya leading that. Parvati has kind of not been in the numbers at all either.
All right. That could actually work in her benefit. She has like underdog status.
Yeah, but she hasn't been able to mold the tribe into the way that would benefit her.
Well, I mean, we're about to swap tribes, so We'll see.
Let's see. We got it. We freaking got it. We got Adam Driver, Brad Culpepper, Double Lift, Ira, Malcolm, Parvati, and Regina
on the same tribe. And also to be noted, there are both idols are on this tribe.
Yeah.
Double Lift and Ira Marks.
Yeah. So that tribe can get pretty crazy. And then this is going to be a little more of an old school tribe in that regard. We got Anya, Chambers, Danny Mcrae, Mike Guy, Shannon Gates, Chantel, and Ted.
Ooh. It's tough to say because like not really any of the alliances have been sticking so much.
I don't even have alliances on my tribe.
Exactly. Looks like Adam and Brad are kind of like on this team.
Yeah.
And then on the other side we have so it does look like it's no, it's not it's like a 3-4 split, 4 from both of my team and then or 4 from my team.
I have only 2 on my tribe here, but then I have 4 over here.
Oh wait, yeah, Malcolm is on yours. So yeah, Malcolm's not in that alliance. So like the only like kind of a pair up there is Adam Driver and Brad Culpepper. And down here, the kind of like remnants of that is Shan, Mike Guy, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. So this really could go any way.
Exactly.
Yeah, not too much. Okay, let's see who wins immunity. And the Bacall tribe wins immunity.
All right.
Yeah. Ira and Brad bond a lot.
That's nice.
Shannon and Danny have a major fights.
I think this is Shannon's time.
I think Shannon's got to go.
They don't want to get rid of Danny right now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just take out Shannon. She's been getting a lot of heat. Take her out now.
Yeah.
First vote goes to Ted.
Oh yeah, Shannon has to go.
Second vote goes to Chantel. The other
don't.
Third vote goes to Chantel. Fourth vote goes to Ted. Fifth vote goes to Ted. Sixth vote goes to Chantel. And Chantel is voted out in a 4-3 votes.
I mean, to be honest,
my guys, yeah, it's just my guys versus yours.
I want out of the two, I would want Ted to move forward, but it still sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like this is just gonna. They're like, okay, well, we got to stick strong because we didn't do too well in the pre-merge. Besides this, so
Yeah.
okay, let's see who wins reward. The Call
Yeah.
Tribe wins reward. They win a trip to another island. There's a coffee bar, cookies, croissants, and brownies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does that give us the fuel?
No, the Goda Tribe wins immunity.
You know, I was so prompted for a joke too. That tribe was about to go to tribal council, but
Nope.
I should have said it earlier.
Well, what was the joke?
That tribe has to go to tribal council.
So bad. Double lift and poverty bond slightly. They have to. They're kind of have to work together.
This is tricky. There are two idols.
Yeah.
One, it's group. It's this can go any way.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
hard to
know.
say.
It really is. Because I could see them just targeting a double lifter or poverty, just take them out on your side. But I could also see, your tribe maybe wanting to take out someone else because they haven't had a chance to take someone out in a very long time for the rest of them. So I can see that. And then I also, there's always the idols. Like there could always be an idol that then just makes it someone else that we would never think of.
I know. So there's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Ira does not play the idol. Double lift does not play the idol. First vote goes to double lifts. Second vote goes to Malcolm. Third vote goes to Malcolm. Fourth vote goes to double lifts. Fifth vote goes to Malcolm. Sixth vote and player leaving is Malcolm. So Ira and Malcolm are on the outs there.
Well, Ira's
and Poverty and Regina
are working together.
Worked together. That's scary. If they decide to keep working together, that is scary.
Yeah, Ira's alone because Malcolm is gone.
Yeah. But at least we hit the merge.
Yay!
Okay. We can now do our assessment of how everyone's doing so far.
All right. I feel if I can just stop kicking my tribe. I would say that, out of who we have so far, everyone's kind of playing a silent-ish game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there hasn't been anything like majorly flashy this time around.
Yeah. I mean, the flashiest thing was Amanda, and she got taken out in episode 2.
Exactly. Obviously, with both Double Lift and Ira both having idols, that says something.
Yeah.
And holding on to them, especially since, the tribal council before, whenever it's the first one after a swap, it's everything's kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Regina has been losing, her plastics, so she's been kind of low. I mean, Parvati also kind of like, being very silent.
Yeah, but it looks like they might be starting to team up. If they do start teaming up, I really think that they're going to control this game.
It was like, let's put them as rivals. They team up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay.
Anya, she's stacking up the votes, but, I can see her, it really depends on this because, alliances have not been as strong this season. I'd say the only alliance that's still kind of intact, other than like Regina and Chambers, but that's just, that's not too strong, TBH.
Yeah.
Is the original Bacall one of like Adam, Brad, Shan's gone, but like the people that were kind of like in that alliance. So Adam, Brad, Guy, and I think those are actually the only ones left from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ted and Shannon are still here. They've been also getting targeted quite a bit. So they could definitely still have that kind of story of somehow making it to the end. So yeah. let's look at the alliances here. So yeah, Adam, Brad, Mike Guy, Chambers, and Regina are still working together. And yeah, just Chambers, Mike Guy, Double Lift, and Poverty, very small. Yeah, just a lot of like, we were kind of on a tribe together at one point. And Danny Mcrae wins immunity.
Danny doing what he does best.
Oh my gosh. Somehow just winning immunities.
Ooh,
and no one fights the idol, but Anya and Ira have a minor fight.
That's actually very bad because Ira has an idol and he's alone. He's definitely going to want to play this.
Yeah, because remember, this isn't, you don't even get jury if you go out here. You have to make it to the next episode to at least get jury. So
I know.
You may as well play us, I guess.
Come on, Ira.
Okay. Ira plays the idol.
Oh, this is bad for Anya.
First vote goes to Ira, does not count. Second vote goes to Ira, does not count. Third vote goes to Ira, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Ira, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Ira, does not count. Sixth vote goes to Ira, does not count.
I'm just like,
Seventh vote goes to Anya.
Oh, fuck.
Eighth vote goes to Ted.
Oh, no.
Ninth vote goes to Anya. 10th vote goes to Anya. And Anya is voted out at the merge by an idol.
Damn.
You idled out Anya. Screw you. Screw you, Ira.
I mean, I'm sorry, but she had to go.
I'm assuming you were the one on the outs. Yeah, you were the one who voted for Ted.
Yeah.
And so Regina, Guy, Chambers, Brad, and Adam voted Anya.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, live for another one.
Exactly. At least you made jury now. You at least got that. Brad, Ira, Danny, Adam, and Chambers win rewards.
Nice.
They win a trip to a waterfall and lunch.
Nice.
And Adam Driver wins immunity.
Solid.
No one finds idol, but that behavior of Adam is becoming appreciated around camp.
Yep, he's calmed down from his last game, and so everyone's like, oh, all right, he's cool
exactly.
again.
Okay, now
I feel it is Ira's time because, like,
he's so on the outs, like no one wants to work with him at this point.
Exactly. I hate to see him go, but at the same time, it's
looking that way.
logical.
Yeah. First vote goes to Ira.
And that scroll bar.
Second vote goes to Danny.
Whoa.
Third vote goes to Danny. Fourth vote goes to Danny. Fifth vote goes to Ira. Sixth vote goes to Ira. Seventh vote goes to Danny. Eighth vote goes to Danny. Ninth vote, and player leaving is Danny Mcrae. He wins that immunity, and they were like, we can't let this happen again. He loses another immunity, we got to get rid of him.
Oh, snap.
You got saved because Danny does not win immunity.
Damn.
And hey, you take those.
I will. Yeah.
You take those.
Wow.
Wow. So Shannon and Ted on the outs there.
All right. This is our 10. Halfway.
Yeah. And yeah, but still, it's not looking great for you. You're definitely, you have an uphill battle if you want to make it to the end.
True. But we got rid of one challenge beast. There's still an idol out there.
Yeah, win immunity, you find an idol, like a few of these.
There's still hope.
Yeah. Okay, reward challenge. Poverty, double lift, Adam, Ted, and Regina win reward. They win a trip to a resort and lunch. And Chambers wins immunity.
Nice.
Okay. And Chambers found the idol.
Nice.
She is coming in hot, and the behavior of Ted is becoming appreciated around camp. So that might make Shannon actually go out next. If it's either Shannon or Ira, I think.
maybe it's so yeah, I'd say either one of those is safe.
No one plays idol. First vote goes to Ira. Second vote goes to Ira. Third vote goes to Ted.
Oh, yeah,
Fourth vote goes to Ira. Fifth vote goes to Ted. Sixth vote goes to Ira. Seventh vote goes to Ted. Eighth vote goes to Ted. Ninth vote goes to Ted. And Ted Lasso is voted out.
this happened twice to Ted.
Wow.
Gets voted off by Ira.
Wow. If we ever do a Brantsteele Rivals 2, Ted and Ira.
This is twice this has happened because they've been targeting each other for this. They've been it's
yeah. My tribe it's definitely looking like it's just tribe lines now. My tribe all voted for Ira. You guys all voted for Ted. I thought for sure Ted would at least, people were liking him, like, let him stay around one or two more tribals, but
I think it's because people were appreciating him, that like his social game was too good.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Okay, reward challenge. Oh, the Survivor auction. Let's see who wins immunity. Regina George
nice.
wins immunity.
Okay. No,
Nothing.
We're going in blind. I don't know. Like, I feel I love Ira, but
it's got to come eventually. He can't just keep.
But no one else is really getting any votes.
Yeah, but also it could just be a complete annihilation of my tribe. But really could just be, the next to go is Shannon, Parvati, and Double Lift.
I feel it might depend on if it is like a tribal thing, maybe this is the time where Double Lift plays his idol and tries to get out Ira. Because,
that would be good.
Chambers is not going to use her idol on anyone else. Because especially since they're ahead of the numbers, there's no reason to like use it on someone to maintain numbers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now my tribe only has 3 people. So you want to not have any of those 3 go right now if you're one of them.
I would say it's either Ira or Shannon.
Yeah, I think those are pretty safe bets. Double Lift plays the idol on Chambers.
Whoa, that's rather odd.
Okay, Double Lift has a history of being very bad at playing idols.
Is it bad enough for an elimination?
First vote goes to Ira.
Yeah.
Second vote goes to Ira. Third vote goes to Ira. Fourth vote goes to Guy.
Yeah, all right. So this is Ira's time.
Yeah, Ira in a 8-1. They're just like, okay, we can't let you go any further.
Fair enough. All right, it might be a little early to do an assessment, but I feel.
No, yeah, we can do one now and then one at the finale.
Yeah. Well, so now that Ira's gone, who's going to be the black sheep?
Yeah.
It's
still Shannon. I think Shannon still has quite a target on her.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of that, like a lot of the stuff just drifted off of everyone and it was all on like Ira for a while.
Yeah.
And so now that's gone. I mean, we still have, the 2 quote unquote team captains of Regina and Parvati. They're just there. Regina is winning a bit. Double Lift stupidly played his idol
on Chambers, who Chambers has an idol.
And there wasn't even like a split vote or anything.
Yeah.
They're not even the same alliance. I don't know. Maybe Double Lift has a crush on Chambers.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I guess. Or maybe he just thought that. Maybe people found out about his idol and he was just like, I'm just gonna play it for someone else. Maybe get a jury vote down the line, but just not have it as a threat.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, it's hard because, I'm trying to think who out of these 8 is going to be our winner.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're playing a lot more of a collective game instead of individual games.
I see that a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Immunity and double lift wins immunity. Who needed
Probably
it after
you.
wasting his idol?
Yeah.
Okay. And Guy and Shannon have a major fight. I think this is Shannon's time.
Yeah. When you say it that way.
Yeah. Chambers plays the idol.
Okay.
First vote goes to Chambers, does not count. Second vote goes to Chambers, does not count. Third vote goes to Chambers, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Chambers, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Chambers,
Ooh.
does not count. She just said, hey, double lift, this is how you play an idol on me.
Yeah.
Sixth vote goes to Chambers, does not count.
Who wrote it?
Seventh vote goes to Shannon.
Yeah.
Eighth vote and player leaving is Shannon.
So who voted with
Regina. It was Regina and Chambers.
She's playing a subtle game.
Yep. She was probably like, okay, she probably orchestrated the votes on the Chambers, then talked to Chambers, said, hey, they're voting on you, play your idol, I'll vote with you.
Because they are still an alliance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just we haven't really been seeing too much interaction between them.
Yeah. So Regina finally, using her Regina magic.
I mean, better late than never.
Yeah.
Does she win?
And double lift wins another immunity.
Nice. He knows he's.
And Guy found the idol.
Okay.
Okay. Now, is it going to be Chambers this time?
I feel it has to be.
Yeah, I think so too. Guy plays the idol.
All right.
First vote goes to Guy, does not count. Second vote goes to Guy, does not count. Third vote goes to Guy, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Guy, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Guy, does not count. Sixth vote goes to Brad. And Brad Culpepper is now voted out. And this was Parvati doing the same thing Regina just did.
Oh my God, the parallels. My God. Wow. I'm also happy that these two have made it to Final Six. If they survive one more, they will both make it to the finale.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The idol will be back in play for this, so only time will tell how this actually pans out. Because this is the last episode before then.
Yeah. Wow. Parvati literally just sees Regina do a really good move and it's like, oh yeah, well, I can do that too. Like, it's not that impressive. Reward challenge. Double lift wins reward and he shares it with Parvati. And this is the loved ones. And he keeps the reward, so he does not let Adam, Chambers, Guy, or Regina have it.
Does he win immunity? Because if not, he's going home.
Regina George wins immunity.
I think it's
double lift. You should have given up. Adam Driver found the idol.
So I think double lift is screwed here.
And this is now a very
it's either Parvati or double lift.
Oh, but if he can get through this somehow, if he can just get through it. It could still be Chambers. It could still be my Guy. They got the votes.
I don't know, man. I want to give you a little hope, but there's not much else. There's not much else I can say.
Adam plays the idol on Guy.
He wastes it.
First vote goes to Chambers. Second vote goes to double lift. Third vote goes to double lift. Fourth vote goes to Chambers. Fifth vote goes to Chambers. And Chambers is voted out.
Dang.
Double lift is still here.
All right. I gotta say, because of that, I feel like double lift is probably the one leading this race. I feel like all of them have something, well, except maybe Adam Driver.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
say
Adam's the least.
Yeah, I'd say Double Lift, Regina, and my guy. They're on top. Parvati, I think she's playing too sleeper of a game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Parvati winning if she gets the end with like Mike Guy and Adam. I think she could potentially win that. But I don't think she could win against either Double Lift or Regina.
No.
Yeah.
We're either gonna have a first-time winner, or we're having a 3-time winner.
Yeah.
Like I said, the odds of having a 3-time winner, is 2 out of 5 chance.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Those are very, very strong odds.
Yeah. I mean, the odds of one of them at least making it to the final is very possible.
40% chance. That's 40%. That's, almost 50.
Exactly. So this is going to be good. Let's see who wins immunity.
Regina?
Double Lift wins immunity.
I'm happy if he wins, but at the same time, my gosh.
And Regina George found the idol.
So the only people that are vulnerable is Adam Driver, Mike Guy, or Parvati.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be Adam just because he played idol wrong.
Yeah, but I could also see Mike Guy because he did have those votes and played an idol, so maybe just take him out now.
I mean, they could bring Adam as a goat.
Yeah, I think this is the worst case scenario actually for Parvati, because I just said that her best case scenario is getting to the end with Adam and Mike Guy, and that can't happen now.
Yeah.
She has to get to the end with either Double Lift or Regina.
We'll see.
Regina plays the idol, of course. First vote goes to Adam. Second vote goes to Guy. Third vote goes to Guy. And Mike Guy is voted off. And a straight vote there.
Oh, God. These are our final 4. It's now a 50-50 shot of having a 3-time winner. It's here.
Yeah, it could happen.
Could both of them make it to the finale or to the final 3? I feel like Regina has to win immunity in order for that to happen.
Yeah, she's got to get targeted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Double Lift wins reward. He wins an advantage in the final challenge.
Because I feel he's going to win the next.
And he wins final immunity.
This might be where Regina goes.
Well, we know first vote's going to Parvati, but I think it's either Parvati or Regina getting the votes here.
It might be a fire challenge.
Yeah. I hope that's a fire challenge. Please be a fire challenge.
Let me put my water in a place where I can't knock it over. All right.
First vote goes to Parvati. Second vote goes to Parvati. Third vote goes to Adam. Oh, we're getting a difference. Are we getting a different fire challenge? Regina somehow is skating her way to the ends. First vote goes to Parvati. Oh, Parvati is just straight up voted out. Who flipped? Double Lift flipped on Parvati. Oh, he might have lost her votes.
Maybe, but I mean, okay, so let's do a little assessment. I feel Adam is definitely brought in as a GOAT. Unfortunate to say.
I think he's yet again got that third place kind of to him.
Double Lift, I feel like this was worthy enough for him to win. And Regina also played a solid game too. But if I were going to choose the 3 without any bias, I'm going to have to say Double Lift.
Yeah, I think he's played the best game. Regina, I think being a 2-time winner and making it to the end at any time immediately is like, that's worthy of you winning.
And I feel like Regina has kind of dethroned Parvati in the sense of like being the best player.
Yeah, they literally went like almost the entire 39 days against each other. And they were like, they only worked with each other like once. Like they rarely ever really worked with each other.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. There is a 4-4-0 tie for the winner. Shit. Okay, there is still a tie, so Adam Driver has to make the decision. And Double Lift wins in a 5-4 votes.
He finally won one.
Yeah.
Good job.
So let's see who voted for who here. We had Danny Mcrae voted for Regina. Ted Lasso voted for Double Lift. Ira voted for Double Lift. Shannon voted for Double Lift. Brad voted for Regina. Chambers voted for Regina. Guy voted for Double Lift. And Parvati voted for Regina. She would have, I 100%, she was going to vote for Double Lift if he would have just let her go to fire.
Probably.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say, I feel like the stories that like the reputations for a lot of these contestants. I mean, there have been, the pre-merge was crazy, was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Just all these people just getting voted out and voted out. It's nice to see, both the queens make it so far into the game. It's nice to see Double Lift win one. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see who wins the fan favorite though. Ira!
Woo!
You're the fan favorite.
Good job, Ira.
We liked you. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So yeah, this is our placements here. Yeah, I mean Regina yet again so close to getting the win.
That's just crazy. She could have been a potential our first time winner. That would have been nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Amanda could have made it so much further. Very different if she plays Ryo there. I think a lot of things are changed.
I don't fault her for not playing it either. I didn't think she was like in danger.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see some other statistics. Double Lift having 4 immunities.
Nice.
Ira got the most votes.
Yeah.
Parvati was the most strategic.
Yeah.
Followed by Regina, followed by Adam Driver.
I mean, when it comes to strategy, sometimes it's just they don't show it as much.
Yeah.
I mean, there are more.
Yeah. I mean, Regina George gets 0 votes in the entire game. She never got voted against.
It would have been cool. It would have been cool. I guess it's. How did Tony in Winners at War?
Yeah. Okay. Well, since this is also our final series, you know what? I think I want to see an alternate reality here.
All right.
Just to see what would happen. What? Wait, what?
No!
And Parvati would have made it to the final 4 again.
And Braun would have.
So Double Lift would have been the first boot.
What the fuck?
Wow.
I know Ira goes home very early in this one.
But
however,
it's through an idol, so it's not like bad play. It's just.
And Danny's out pre-merge. Honestly, I kind of prefer this one.
This happens quite often, I feel. Yeah, Regina just kind of playing a better game.
Regina and all universe is just better.
She's just great. There's no way she plays a bad game.
I know. Wow.
Okay. Well, there was that little check to see what would happen.
What if?
Yeah, what if? Okay, so that's gonna do it for series 2 for our Brantsteele. Catch us in the next one where we're gonna be drafting our Survivor 41 predictions. Then we have the actual discussing and the real podcast of the season.
Yeah, time of filming this, it's literally 1 week away. Crazy to think about. It's about to come. We'll discuss more of it in the next video. So you guys watch it if you're just watch it when it comes out.
Exactly. And yeah, thank you everyone for staying with us and watching all this the Brantsteele craziness. I hope you will continue to watch us when we're not doing these Brantsteeles, because it's going to be a little bit before we get back into these.
Bit of a tonal shift, but I'd say since we're talking about the Brantsteeles, it is something where not only did he give us like Survivor, talking about that and stuff during the like pandemic and stuff. It also gave us something to do during all of this, because it can be hectic and stuff. Even when I was like stuck with COVID for a little bit, I was able to still do this. So since it is around the 2-year mark of us doing this, yeah, it's been a great time. It's been something where, all these Brantsteeles, it gave not only us, but some other people to watch. Yeah, so many great times with these Brantsteeles, and they're not going away.
Exactly.
But,
they're taking a short break. We'll during this time, we'll probably brainstorm some new ideas for series 3.
Definitely. But thank you guys that have been watching us from the very beginning. And thank you guys who joined in. More Survivor to come, but, actual Survivor.
Yeah, exactly. And so I guess we can end it there, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace out.
Adios.